Hello beautiful people and welcome to a fantastic episode which actually has two topics. One topic is we definitely have to discuss about the Ultimate Dominator new version of it coming in December, because we have actually an official announcement from Rework, but I'm gonna do you one better. Because with the help from our great people from TWC, which I want to give a massive shout out, I can already present you in this episode some stuff coming in the Halloween event, which is by the way coming this Thursday or this Friday. I'm still not 100% sure, but it is this Thursday or this Friday. And what I'm going to show you in this episode is, yes, the Halloween base skin, which actually has 2 levels, and also a pretty interesting base effect. So good, let's start actually with this announcement, which a lot of us which are having these WhatsApp VIP services for high spenders have received a message from Rework, and I'm showing it to you now on the screen in order for every single player out there in TOPWAR to have access to this information. So let's briefly talk about this. So we've got the next major event determined, which is going to be a new version of the Ultimate Dominator event, and this is expected to start in early December. Now, this is a new version of the Ultimate Dominator event, which is gonna be, from my information, a little bit shorter, but we're definitely gonna get far more information later because Rework are gonna give us more details about it. But please take in consideration that right after the Ultimate Dominator 2.0 event, we will have the Eternal Land. So please pay attention to your VIT bottles, dear beautiful people, because in the Eternal Land is definitely absolutely super worth it to have a lot of VIT. And depending on how much VIT you can spend in the Eternal Land, you can get pretty awesome rewards. So let's carry on with the message, because according to the current plan, there will be no other major events that will affect the transfers. So you're still gonna have time till December to transfer, just in case you are looking for a different server. The new Ultimate Dominator event has a lot of optimizations based on your feedback from the previous Ultimate Dominator event, and they honestly believe that this will gonna improve the gaming experience. Now, as far as I know, the rewards are reworked and they look slightly better. Again, Rework will definitely gonna show us pretty soon, and I'm gonna do an extra episode on that. But what bothers me the most is when it comes down to the Ultimate Dominator event is the fact the longer this event takes, or in other words, the original version of the Ultimate Dominator event, the more room normal players have to get a better gaming experience, because the more we are advancing in the Ultimate Dominator event, the bigger the amount of battlefields will gonna be. Therefore, the whales cannot be everywhere and people have a higher chance to have some fun. Good, let's carry on. And here we see that Rework is here announcing. Later on, we're gonna have far more details regarding the Ultimate Dominator event, the new version of it. And I will definitely gonna make a video once we have that in order to try to evaluate, is this indeed an improvement, yes or no, especially considering the fact that the vast majority of the community is not necessarily a fan of the Ultimate Dominator event. Good people. But I said to you, we have a second topic, which is the Halloween event coming, by the way, this week. It's either Thursday or Friday. And what I'm going to present you in this episode is actually the new Halloween base skin. And I'm also going to show you a base effect coming in this Halloween event. So the new Halloween base skin has 2 levels. The level 1 is the Midnight Serenade and the level 2 is the Crescent Serenade. And let's debunk a little bit this base skin and of course answer the question, who needs this base skin? And what value does this base skin actually have? So we can briefly have a look at the level 1 stats of this skin. So the first 2 rolls, we're going to get a 7% damage decrease. On top of this, also the first 2 roll gets a 30% HP and only units attack 20%. The holding in stock, it's a 5% attack and a 5% HP for all units. And we are expecting this base skin to cost roughly between $20 and $30, something like that. At this point, it's basically up to you to consider if it's worth to spend your $20 to $30 to get this base skin. And now let's jump into the level 2 of this base skin, which is the Crescent Serenade. And first let's have a look at the equipping stats, which is the first 2 rolls, you're gonna get a damage decrease of 15%. Also the first 2 rolls, we're gonna get an HP boost of 60% and all units attack 40%. And let's stop right here because I want to give you alternatives. And I want to give you better alternatives because we are expecting this base skin to cost between $150 and $170. So of course, the first base skin which I would like to present you as a super awesome alternative is actually the Freezy Castle. You have a 30% damage decrease. That's for all your slots. Sadly, this only applies when you are defending your base, or in other words, when the opponents directly hit your base, not the towers in which your marches are in. But of course, we have a second alternative, which is also super awesome. That's the Void Matrix, giving you a 20% for all your slots damage decrease. But this skin sadly doesn't work on your home server. It works pretty much everywhere else, if that is an external map. And not to mention, this base skin has one extra tool which will allow you to summon your friends close to you in order to help you battle in that section of the map, and the players won't need to use a teleport, which is absolutely extremely valuable, especially in the Eternal Land or Terra Aurora, because the normal teleports which we are using in Top War do not work in Eternal Land or Terra Aurora. And this is definitely going to cause some limitation. Therefore, this base skin is absolutely super valuable. Of course, I do have to mention that is 100% free. You only have to play the Eternal Land. You only have to prepare wisely for the Eternal Land or Terra Aurora. And don't waste your VIT capsules. Good. So from this perspective of the stats of this level base skin, I don't think this base skin is actually worth $150 to $170, but of course, at the end of the day, you are the one deciding. Now, let's also add the holding in stock because we also can debunk this pretty well. So you have all units attack 10%, all units HP 10%, and we have also the capacity of the first garage, dock, or hangar is going to be increased by 10, which means, in other words, you get to have 30 more slots in your base. Now, how good is this and what value does this have? Now, if you have a look at one of these buildings, you're gonna notice that you are paying right now 2,500 gems for one slot, and you are getting 30, which means, in other words, this capacity of the first garage, dock, and hangar of plus 10 is actually worth 75,000 gems. Now, regardless of the fact that you are having these 75,000 gems and you will be able to spend them, though I highly recommend you guys to actually spend your gems always in events like this, and especially I'm super happy to see that the lucky numbers are here in order for me to get some more of these skill shards lucky chests, in order for me also to get more universal hero shards. How good is this option to actually get 30 more slots in your base? Because for the vast majority of the players, it depends on your opponent. If in the battles you often meet opponents which are able to fully wipe your base with one single attack, then the best slots for your units are actually not in your base but in your inventory. And here you see me stacking this stuff like the units plus 2, like this airdrop support, like this units choice chest, like the units plus 2 choice chest. And of course, on top, I do indeed have a couple of units also in here, and these units cannot be touched by any of my opponents, and I'm the one deciding exactly at which point I'm gonna put these units in my base, and I'm gonna definitely use them before they are getting quasi-used by an opponent which is far stronger than me. So from this perspective, yes, again, it's up to you to decide if $150 to $170 is actually worth to get 30 extra slots in your base. And of course, I have to repeat myself that from the equipping stats, this base skin, this is not a main battle skin. We definitely have far better alternatives. Good, on top of this, we also see a March Query skin, which is nothing else than cosmetics. And of course, now let's have a look at a pretty interesting base effect called the Hunted River. And equipping stats are all units attack 10%, all units HP 10%, and of course we also have holding in stock, which are all units attack 10% and all units damage decrease of 3. And we are expecting this base effect to actually cost a little bit more. So anyways, beautiful people, again, a massive shout out goes out from my side to TWC. And again, thank you very much, guys, for the awesome work you are doing for the community. Now, addressing you, beautiful people, don't forget to support what supports you back, which is me and this channel since November 2022, and the best way to do so is actually 100% free, because you should subscribe to this channel, you should definitely watch my videos, you can also share this channel with your friends. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna catch you in the next episode. Ciao, 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 ciao.